Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. This is Jennifer. I have a whole load of stuff to share with you guys this week, so let's just start from the top. First up, t-shirt quilt progress. I have ironed on 10 of the 24 squares. I've done 10 pieces of interfacing, and you can see this one has interfacing and then like this one does not. So I cut off all of the old interfacing. It was completely loose. All of the glue had failed, so I cut all of it away, and I am just ironing right on the back of these. I thought I was going to end up replacing a t-shirt, but I don't think I am. So this was the worst shirt, and you can see the stabilizer through the shirt. I am going to do some stitching on this before it's quilted. And once this one is done, I think it'll be okay, because I used a cotton stabilizer on the back so that these would have more body once this was fused on. So good progress on this. As I said, I've done 10 of the 24, and I am using my square press that I use when I do vinyl for t-shirts. So that is making it much, much faster. It's about 9 or 10 inches square, and that has been a huge help, because I just sit it down, I can put it on the temperature I want, and then it does all the work for me. I did repair my jeans as well, and I recorded a tutorial for that. I did get it edited, and I did a voiceover. My microphone was acting a little weird, so it's a little scratchy in places, so I'm debating whether or not I should get a new microphone. I almost never do voiceovers, so investing in equipment like that isn't super practical for me, but if you don't mind a couple of little blips here and there in the tutorial, I will go ahead and share that later this week. You guys let me know what you think about that down in the comments. I want to make sure that you're not going to be like, terrible sound. It sounds okay. It's just occasionally there's a little scratchy or a little pop, and it's just my microphone going out. Now the important part, of course, which is the jeans. I did do the repair, like I said, and I did record the tutorial. This is what they look like repaired. So I have replaced this entire center piece. The super short version of how I do this is I take the legs apart, center seam, and then the cross seam, so the inseam and then the front and back seam, and I just replace the pieces that are damaged, and I put it all back together again. If you want more explanation on that, that'll be coming probably on Friday. You may have noticed that there is something new on the design wall, and this is a very exciting project for me, because it is going to be what I'm doing for Jules's birthday. This is her 2018 Talk to Me Tuesday log cabin block swap. These are the blocks she collected. And if this looks familiar, if this configuration looks familiar, it's because this is my version of that swap. So this is the one that I finished in 2018. Hers, she started on and she wasn't happy with the direction it was going. So she took all the blocks she had sewn apart, and I offered to finish it for her, and she has taken me up on that. She wants the same design that I did for mine, so that means a lot more log cabins in neutrals. She sent me some fabric for that, and then I went through my stash. I pulled all of my 2.5-inch strips that were already cut that were neutrals, and pulled out all the little bits and pieces that were wide enough to cut into 2.5-inch strips, and I cut them all out on my AccuQuilt. So I have all of my strips cut. I haven't done any of the sub-cutting for the actual log cabin pieces, but it was really fun to do this, and it was a little diversion from the t-shirt quilt repair. So once that is all done, I have one other project that I have to finish, which is a shirt for my husband, which was something I promised like a month ago. So I'm going to finish that t-shirt quilt, make his shirt, which is a button-down shirt, and then it's going to be log cabin time. And with the other things that Jules sent me, she also sent me 2 absolutely gorgeous antique linen sheets. These are going to be used as fabric for at least for a shirt for my husband, and also probably for me. This is beautiful quality fabric. It sat in a drawer for a really long time, and it's time that it get used for something. So a big special thanks to Jules for this treasure. Finally, I had a really fun excursion to Austin Creative Reuse on Thursday last week. I had made an appointment probably a month ago to make a donation. All donations there are by appointment, whether it's a small one or a big one. I'd had bags and things around the room that were getting full, and they needed to go. So I got that donation out, and then I did a little shopping, as you do, and I found some fun stuff. First up, I spent a whole $1 on this vintage Dymo label maker. It didn't actually work when I brought it home, and my son took it apart and glued some pieces back together, and now it works fine. I do have some tape for it, so I'm going to be playing with that. I bought a little bit of fabric. This is grunge that I probably didn't need. This is the same fabric I used in the back of my TTMT block of the month quilt last year. So beginning of this year. So I had a little bit of this left, but it's hard to pass up grunge when I see it in the wild, especially when it costs like $1. And then I have just a few fat quarters. This is a 1/2 yard cut. And then this one I'm going to add to Jules's log cabins. I found this little baby, which I am pretty sure is a 10-inch Raggedy Ann or Andy who has been made and just hasn't been finished. So I will be adding this to my collection of dolls to finish. This is not really a rescue because this one it's very clean. It looks probably brand new, and I've already washed it. It smells very nice. And so it's more of a finish than a rescue, but I couldn't resist. I haven't done one this small before. And this little person was $1. I paid $4 for the serger base of, I don't remember exactly what these are called, but it's basically you set your serger on it, and then there should be a little trash bag here. The trash bag is missing, but the serger base is here. One of the biggest problems I've been having with my serger is it likes to travel away from me while I'm sewing. So I figured this is easy. I can sort out making a little bag, a little replacement bag for this, and then that'll give me a nice little stable. Hopefully this is like a non-slip surface on the back. Hopefully that'll help it from walking away while I'm sewing. And last up, I have some very fun vintage fabrics to share. So first up, I got some doilies. I thought these were super pretty. And tell me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that just look like it wants to be a sleeve? That's what I saw when I looked at these. And I thought, I think these would make really cute cap sleeves. Maybe not, but let me know what you think. This is a vintage curtain, which I, believe it or not, did not buy for the embroidery, but I'll probably keep for that. I bought it because this is the Raggedy Ann and Andy fabric for shirts, and this is hard to come by now. So this is actually a cotton and not a polyester, which a lot of the later ones were polyesters. And so this will go in my Raggedy Ann and Andy stash for anytime I might want to make a really traditional outfit for one of the dolls. This is a table runner. It actually has a little bit of beading at the bottom, but the beading is kind of in a rough place. But this is a really soft vintagey green, and I was thinking machine embroider something on this and use it either for a peasant's blouse, or it is the perfect size for a scarf blouse. So maybe that. I don't think I'll keep the beading though, because again, it is in pretty rough shape. You can see it's breaking and it's coming off in multiple places. Like there's a whole section here that is just missing. So anyway, this was definitely like a vintagey green fabric, but it's super soft, and I just thought it would make a cute blouse. Finally, I got some pillowcases, which I really like. I got 2 pair. They were very inexpensive. This one I washed and then put outside because it was a little bit yellowed. I might do that again just to let the sun do its thing. But I really liked the hand embroidery on this. So I have 2 of these that have hand embroidery, and then it has this really pretty scalloped edge. And same thing for this one. This one's a little bit brighter color. This one is a little bit more yellowed. I don't know if that comes across. Let's see. I don't know if you can tell in the video. They're just a slightly different color from each other. And again, this is going to probably go into my stash of potential fabrics for clothing. I've really been enjoying doing that and planning for that. So after I get done with some of my other projects, I want to get back to making some more blouses for myself. And here's what I'm most excited about from my thrift excursion to Austin Creative Reuse. It's this pair of pillowcases with this gorgeous, absolutely phenomenal crochet border. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so lovely. It's crocheted here, and it's crocheted here, and I have 2 of these. Pretty large pillowcase. I think it's a little longer, maybe a queen size, but I just think these are gorgeous. and I will definitely do something with these. They're stunning. Both pairs of pillowcases I think were $4. I did make a little short video that I will link in the description where you can see how much I paid for the vintage fabrics. So that is it for me, guys. That is definitely enough talking. I need to get back to working on that t-shirt quilt because I have this to work on and I have a shirt to make, and I'm very excited about that. That about wraps it up. You guys have a really wonderful week. Have a crafty week. I hope you have some time to be creative this week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.